Hi everybody, sending you Equinox blessings from here in Scotland in my garden. So I'm just about to start this Equinox gratitude ceremony for the autumn equinox. So please stick around and join me and join in if possible, or just be in quiet meditation. If you don't have a drum, that's not a problem. You can just sit and enjoy. So do make sure that you are not driving a car or trying to do anything else apart from be here and be present to the energies of the equinox and the essence of what this ceremony is holding for us. Okay, it's great to see so many people popping on live. Please pop me, if you pop a comment or an emoji so that I know that you're here, that would be wonderful. I won't be able to look at the comments until later because I'm outside and there's just too much technology to cope with when I'm trying to do two things. And it's interesting, my dog Bertie's just come and sat down just outside of my sacred circle that I've created, which I'm going to show you. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you what I've created here, and then we'll begin. Hi, it's lovely to see some hearts. That is beautiful, thank you. So I'm just going to show you what I've created for us, and you'll see how simple it is. Okay, I'm a pretty simple person when it comes to creating sacred space, especially when it's in nature. It's in my garden. So as you can see, I've created a circle. So I'm just going to talk you through it so you can visualize it. And there's Bertie just outside. Hi Bertie. So at the center I actually have my beautiful basket of goodies that I have mindfully collected as I was preparing for the ceremony. So you can see, yeah, Laurel's saying the doggie's ready. Yep, she certainly is. So I've got lots of fruits and vegetables and flowers in my basket from the land, and going round the circle. So this is actually in the east here where I am. Here in the east I've got a bundle of herbs which I've been smoking, a feather. I've also got my instruments. I've got a rattle and some bells there. So that's representing the east. We'll go around this later when we open space, but this is just so you can see. Here in the south I've got these lovely orange nasturtium and poppy, and I've got my fire burning, so that's my fire element. And then here in the west I have just a simple bowl of water, which is used to being outside with me. And in the north I have, well, we have Bertie, which is wonderful, but we also have I've got some offerings actually. I've got a labradorite crystal, which is actually representing everybody who requested healing and who requested to be part of this. Rather than bring out my prayer pot, I kind of put them all energetically into this crystal, so that's what that's representing. And you can also see on this large, lovely tobacco leaf, I've got some golden raspberries and an offering of sloe gin actually, and some mushrooms, and those are actually my offerings to the land, representing the kind of earth element that I've got in the north here. And it's quite sweet actually. The north is for me where I connect with my ancestors, and I was just realizing as I was pouring out this lovely shot of sloe gin, which is for the nature beings here in the garden, I just realized that that sloe gin was given to me by my mum from home down south in England. So that feels like a nice ancestral connection, making this space up. So you can see how simple it is. It's all kind of organic, and I'll take away my basket and basically there's not really much to clear up at the end, and that's kind of the way I like to roll when I'm outside. That doesn't mean to say that lots of intention and hasn't, you know, gone into creating this space, lots of love and care. But I'm pretty simple like that, and you can keep it simple too. And you don't even have to have elements representing these different elements of nature and sacred space. Obviously we can create sacred space simply by asking Reiki to flow, or inviting in a spirit guide or an angel, or lighting a candle, or just going somewhere that feels sacred to you. And just to show you where I am as well, I'm just here in a lovely sacred part of my garden really. It's an area which has tree fern and eucalyptus growing. Very unusual, both of those things really for Scotland, but that's how it is. And it just feels sacred here, and the reason it feels sacred here is because this year, this is where I've started to hold space, and these trees have been brilliant in holding Reiki healing for many of my clients this year. So it just feels special because I have invited spirit in and I've made it special. And so we can do that to basically any elements, any places in nature that we want to feel connected to. We don't have to go off to, you know, lovely stone circles and things, even though we kind of want to do that as well. But we can create sacred space in our homes and our sacred places in nature. So just take a deep breath and step into this magical space with me, okay? We're here for the equinox. This is the autumn equinox in the northern hemisphere. You know what that means, or you wouldn't be here. It means that we're moving into that space of, well, today's a special day because we've got an equal daylight and darkness, but also, you know, you can feel it in the air. You can feel the shift. And I must admit that used to give me kind of the dread when I was younger, when I was in my 20s. I didn't really used to like that shift. I was very much a summer person. I was one of those people who liked to be out doing stuff, very active, you know, lots of that masculine energy. And so when the shift came into winter time, and, you know, the leaves started turning as they are, the nights started getting longer, daylight shorter, and it started to feel chilly in the air, I really used to dread it. And it's really, I must admit, it was really my move to Canada 10 years ago when we started to work on the farm, when we started to feel really connected to nature. And it was that shift, that following that rhythm, the natural rhythm of the cycle of the year, that really helped support me, and it really helped me actually embrace these different cycles and seasons that we have. And I know I've written about that in my book, Plants That Speak, Souls That Sing. It's really all about finding our rhythm in nature. So this is the time of year where we are naturally harvesting from our gardens. You've seen my lovely basket of fruits and vegetables we've got going on there. And, you know, we can see apple for me is a very sacred plant at this time of year, because I just think of like that beautiful apple harvest and the smell of apples, and apple is a very magical fairy-like plant for me with that lovely energy. So I always tend to bring that in, and I know that when I was living in Canada and North America, there was a lot of pumpkins and squashes and that kind of fruit coming in for us. But we've seen the berries on the trees this year. Those elderberries and the hawthorn berries and the rowan berries are really abundant this year. And you know, even my dad is going, oh, and Jamie's mum the other day, and you know, these are people in their 70s and 80s saying, wow, I think this winter's going to be really harsh because there's so many berries on the trees. And you know, nature naturally gifting abundance of fruit for animals and creatures and us as well. So getting in tune with this time of year, what we're doing today in our ceremony is we're going to just feel the gratitude for everything that this year has brought forth for us. And I know it's been a difficult year because, you know, dare I say it, we've had this crazy pandemic and it's still going on. It hasn't gone away, has it? It's still there. But I actually think there's been a silver lining in that, and so we're going to be going around each of these elements, starting in the east with the air element. We're going to go around and tune in to our gratitude for what they have brought us, and I'm going to guide us, don't worry, and then I will drum for some healing and gratitude. No, I didn't mean to say gratitude then, I meant to say guidance. So we're going to, I think what we have to do at this time of year, as much as we have to kind of give thanks, we have to also acknowledge what has finished, what's completed for us now. What are we ready, just like the leaves, you know, they're letting go, or they will be soon. What projects are coming to an end? And what can we just kind of move away from as we go towards winter time? And also, while we're giving thanks to the earth for all of this amazing abundance of opportunity and nourishment and beauty that we have been blessed with this year, we have to tune in as well and ask ourselves, what is it that we can do for the earth? And we know that it's a really crucial time. Our relationship with the earth is kind of, it's like hanging on tenterhooks, isn't it? So it's a really good opportunity, as we are saying our gratitudes and thanks, to tune into, you know, what is it that you need from me? What can I do for you? And that's where we can really strengthen our bond with the earth, with nature. And remember, we don't have to be gifted with, when we ask things like that, I think sometimes there's a lot of pressure and we're a bit frightened to ask. But oftentimes there just needs to be an acknowledgement. It's not, you know, every day that you're going to suddenly get this download of very specific information about something that you need to do, which will suddenly become your, you know, your life purpose and ambition. It might be that there's something there for you, but it really just might be something so much more simple. And I just really like to keep things really simple. So that's what we are tuning into today. So I'm going to pop the phone, I'm going to sort of put the camera down so that I can pick up my drum, and we can start connecting to this amazing space. Okay, let me just do this. And in the meantime, while I'm doing this, just take a breath, take a moment. I'll give you a view of some tree ferns there. And step into this sacred space with me, okay? And I'm going to invite in, or I've already invited in, my spirit team, my magical team of allies that supports me and holds me and witnesses me. So this is your invitation. I'm going to rattle for you. And as I rattle, I'm just inviting you to find that place in your heart that knows that there is more to you than this human body and the human mind. And that place that knows it is connected to this wider web of all things. And connect to bring forward your ancestors, the spirits of the land where you are. The spirits of the land are here where I am. The spirits of the trees are here. The wind is raging, and I think the rain might be too very, very shortly. So calling in the beautiful spirits of where you are. And I'm inviting in the flow of Reiki as well, because it's Reiki Support Week, and this is an event combining Reiki and my drum. And Reiki is always flowing through me. And just connecting to that part of you that knows it is part of something so much bigger and brighter and better. And bringing that into this place of wholeness in our circle. Inviting in those angels, those animal guides, those plant allies, the rocks and minerals of the earth, and the nature beings. I've just been pelted by some eucalyptus leaves and seeds, so that just feels like a sure sign that the nature beings are with us. And so in your mind's eye, step into this beautiful circle and feel us all held here by the trees, by the nature beings, and the sun is coming out now to be with us. And now, in your mind's eye, imagine yourself facing the east, facing this place of new beginnings, this place where the element of air connects with us. So this is where we connect with this element each and every time we breathe and we speak and we sing and we smell sweet fragrances on the air. This is where we connect with our bird friends, the flying allies, the bees, the butterflies, the dragons, those herbs that we like to smoke and bring into our spaces. And tuning into this element, thinking to yourself, what blessing, where can I count my blessings from the element of air this year? What new beginnings have there been? What has started? What has birthed this year that I can be grateful for? What have I been able to speak? What truth has been able to come forward from my voice? Where have I voiced something new and special and true to me that has caused a ripple, a shift throughout the universe? Or maybe here you simply want to thank all of the birds for bringing joy to our gardens and our landscapes, all of the bees and the pollinators who help us actually grow food. So really tuning in here to this beautiful element of the east, the air in the east. So just feeling that presence of the east, the air element with you, giving thanks, acknowledging, and then in your mind's eye you're moving clockwise around your sacred space as if you were facing the sun. So facing that beautiful sun, that midday sun, that passionate, creative, beautiful force that gives us life. What blessings have you got to be thankful for from this beautiful element of this fire, this sun, the south? What has lit you up this year? What passions have been lit up and awakened within you? What creations have brought forward from within that are new? What passions have been awakened for you this year? And where have you felt this heat? Where can you be thankful for? Maybe there's been a new relationship, a new love for cooking, a new love for a hobby, a new love for a person, something kindled. Or maybe you've just brought more and more passion to an existing love, an existing project that needed more energy and oomph. So giving thanks here. Oh wow, that wind has gone so still. Wow. 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 Okay. So just feeling this, feeling that warmth within your heart. And just feeling that sun in your heart, that gratitude. Knowing what that sun does for us. Thinking of all those amazingly warm days we've had here in the UK this year. But also acknowledging the damage, the destructive force of the fire that we're seeing in North America and in so many countries. Giving our blessings and saying thank you, really honoring that power that the fire contains. And knowing that without that sun to help our fruits and vegetables grow, we would not be so happy today and so well fed. So giving your thanks here, and then please, in your mind's eye, just shifting around to the west. Imagine you're facing the west, and this place for me is a special place. This is like that beautiful point of just that dusk. When dusk is turning, it's that liminal space that we have this opportunity to go within. And I feel that it's this place actually in my wheel of the year that I'm at now. This is where we're at now. We're at that point where we're saying goodbye to summer, like goodbye to the day, and we are stepping into the magic of the unknown, of the darkness, of that sweet darkness. And it's represented here on my wheel by the element of water. So maybe this year you got the chance to swim or paddle. Maybe this year you were under a deluge of rain that has been able to cleanse and wash away things which are no longer needed and bring other things to light. So tuning in here for what water means to you. We're all water really in our bodies, and so much of the earth is actually water. So really, I'm surprised we call it planet Earth, because it's actually like planet water really, that we live on. So just feeling for that water element and where you can find to give thanks. Thanks to the water for helping us grow our vegetables. Thanks to the rains for coming to put out fires. Thanks really to clean water so that we can wash our hands when we are in this pandemic. So really water is like a life support for us. So tuning in here, finding a way to whisper your thanks and your blessings. And then we're going to move round to the north, the point in the north. So this for me is my ancestors. This is the earth. This is that deep rooted sense of belonging. This is the North Star, that inner compass, the direction. So finding what have you to be grateful for this year? What has been nourishing you? Where do you feel that connections with your ancestors? What has the earth yielded for you? What special places have been revealed to you? Where have you seen deep beauty? Where have you felt great nourishment and connection? This is for me what the element of the earth in the north is all about. What do you feel more certain about than you did in the spring? What knowing has been born unto you from the earth? So finding your space and giving thanks. Beautiful. Thank you, everybody. And so the final piece of my sacred space here is the center, which is you, which is spirit, which is Mother Earth and Father Sky, and that great connection within you, the spirit that brought you here, that said, yes, I want to come, I want to be part of an equinox ceremony, I want to give thanks, I want to connect. So I'm going to drum for you, drumming my gratitude to you and that spirit that lives within you, that longs to express itself and feel aligned with its true nature, that longs to strip itself of what isn't true, that longs to open to love and deep knowing and wisdom and connection and compassion, honoring you and your connection to me, to the earth, to the sun and the moon and the stars and the greater cosmos. So now, just as I drum, I'd like you to relax and allow the drum to take you to a beautiful place on this earth where you can feel held and witnessed. Where you can receive healing and guidance for the winter that is coming and the beautiful adventure within that lies ahead. as the drum comes to an end, take a deep breath breath in, breathing in all the blessings of this time of year. And really feel those roots in the soles of your feet and your sit bones if you're seated. Just feel those connecting you to the earth, traveling right down, deep down into the earth. Deep down through all the layers of the soil, through all the rocks and minerals, through all the underground streams and fallen leaves and treasures beneath the earth, into the heart of the earth. And feel your roots connecting with that earth heart, that pulsating creatrix, the source of our health and vitality. And then imagine yourself connecting into the heart of the earth and breathing in this connection, this nourishment, this love, this support, and this guidance. And as you breathe, feel that, imagining your breath was coming through your feet, through that connection, and up into your heart. And just open here to receive any guidance that comes through from the earth in this way. Remembering and asking, what is it that I can do to help the earth in this time? How can I give back to the earth? So bring that experience, wrap it around you like a cape, bringing that guidance and healing and light and love and connection around you like a cape, sealing you in a beautiful ball of light, protecting you, guiding you, and filling you with love. Love for yourself and love and compassion for everybody else on this planet. And then when you feel ready to come back to this reality, then visualize yourself stepping out of the sacred space with which you are in and giving thanks to all the beautiful beings who've shown up today, those that are seen, those that are unseen. And you may want to bring some movement back into your body as well. So I'm going to just turn this around so that you guys can see, those who weren't here at the beginning can see where we are. This is my harvest basket of fruit and vegetables. In the east I had the element, well, I had some smudging herbs and a feather. In the south, this beautiful calendula and poppy and the candle. Also in the west I had this water, and we have Bertie, who's been with us throughout the whole ceremony, beautiful doggy, canine energy. And then in the north I have my offerings and my healing labradorite crystal, which is containing all the prayers from my prayer pot. So just to finish with, to complete properly, let's do a lovely completion by feeling yourself in your beautiful ball of light and imagining that we are in a figure of 8 and you are in one of the hoops of the figure of 8, and everybody else who's watching or will watch on the replay is in the other figure of 8. and Archangel Michael's coming along, and he's cutting down the middle of the figure of 8, leaving you in your beautiful ball, your golden ball, all by yourself, and you can push everybody else who's away with love. So thank you, everybody. You are safe, you are back, you are grounded, giving you my blessings and my thanks for being here with me. Throw me a comment if you've been watching, because then that helps obviously other people to see the video. If you know, Facebook knows people have commented, you know, that whole thing. So that would be lovely. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what you're most grateful for, and sending you my blessings. And we're really asking our light, thank you, Karen, we're asking that light, to the light of the sun, to stay with us all through winter. So what I'm going to be working on in this next quarter up until we get to Samhain is really holding that light within me. Thank you, Laurel. Really holding that light within my heart as a light keeper, as an earth worker. I think really that's what we have to do, especially at this moment when the pandemic's just a little bit crazy, isn't it? It's all a little bit crazy. So we really have a duty, a responsibility as people who are like awakening, and we're holding this light, whether that's the light of Reiki or just the light that you have connected in your divine connection. So holding that light, and in my prayers I'm asking that sun, this vibrancy that's been with us all through summer, to be with me so that I can hold that light all the way through the winter until the spring again. So that's just a little bit of, you know, extra homework for you to do. So big kisses, big hugs from my garden, and thank you so much for your comments. Take care, everybody. Bye.